Good morning, students. Today, let us start with one more concept with reference to the chapter aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids. So, in the previous class, we have discussed with methods of preparation of aldehydes as well as ketones. So, today also, let us continue with the topic that is preparation of aldehydes and ketones. So, today, let us discuss with preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Now a question comes. So last class we have discussed again why the same topic. So here we are going to discuss some special reactions related to the preparation of aldehydes as well as ketones. So out of all this, the first and the foremost important reaction is called as Stephan reduction. So Stephan reduction, which is again a named reaction. So we are going to discuss with a reaction called as Stephan reduction, or we can also call it as preparation of aldehyde. We can also call it as preparation of aldehyde by using nitriles, nitriles, or else you can also call it as what? Cyanides. So here Stephan reduction or preparation of aldehydes by using nitriles explains that the reactant should be what? Nitrile. So nitrile is the reactant. When nitrile is subjected to reduction, reduction means what? Adding with hydrogen. So when it is added with hydrogen, we are going to get an intermediate called as imine intermediate. So this imine intermediate is obtained by maintaining the ether medium in the presence of stannous chloride and HCl. So stannous chloride and HCl is the medium involved. So we are going to get an intermediate called as imine intermediate. So this imine intermediate, upon subjecting to hydrolysis, gives rise to aldehyde as a major product. So now the question comes, how to understand the reaction with reference to a reduction called as Stephan reduction. So here let us write the general reaction. So this is the structure of what? Nitrile. So nitrile dissolved in ester or ether. So due to that reason we have mentioned what? Ether medium. So nitrile, this is the general formula of nitrile. When nitrile is subjected to reduction, means adding up of hydrogen in the presence of stannous chloride and HCl by maintaining ether medium. So ether medium means nitrile is dissolved in ether. So when I subject this to reduction, here it ionizes as H plus as well as H minus, so that one of the hydride ion will attack to carbon. Migration of electron takes place on nitrogen. So nitrogen becomes negative. So negatively charged nitrogen will take away the proton. So that I can write it as what? RCH double bond NH. This intermediate is called as imine intermediate. Amines means NH2. Amine means NH2. Imine means double bond NH group is called as an imine. So when this particular imine is subjected to hydrolysis, we are going to get aldehyde as the major product. So this type of reduction is called as Stephan reduction. So now a question comes, how aldehyde is obtained as the major product? So let us discuss this. So this is an imine intermediate which is obtained. So this imine intermediate upon hydrolysis means it ionizes as H plus as well as OH minus. So this OH minus will attack to carbon. Migration of electron takes place again on what? Nitrogen. So when the migration of electron takes place on nitrogen, I can write it as what? C R C binded with OH along with one hydrogen with the single bond what? NH2, because nitrogen has got a negative charge. So negatively charged nitrogen has taken one more H plus, that is it has given NH2. Since oxygen being highly electronegative in its nature, so hydrogen is eliminated as what? Proton. Here oxygen is negatively charged now. When the electron shifts between carbon and oxygen, this amine group gets eliminated as NH2 minus, which takes away this particular H plus to give what? Ammonia. Along with ammonia, we are going to get what? RCHO. So this is the method how we get ammonia, how we get aldehyde along with the elimination of what? Ammonia. So this particular reduction is considered as Stephan reduction. So after knowing this general reaction, let us discuss a particular reaction with reference to Stephan reduction. So when I discuss with a particular reaction by replacing R with CH3, so this is called as methyl cyanide, or I can call it as ethane nitrile because two carbons are there. So when it is subjected to reduction in the presence of stannous chloride and HCl by maintaining the ether medium. So again it ionizes as same H plus and H minus, where one of the H minus will bind to carbon and migration of electron takes place, which will bind with H plus. That gives rise to what? CH3CH double bond NH. Again it is giving rise to an imine intermediate. So when this imine intermediate is subjected to hydrolysis, what we are going to get? We are going to get an aldehyde called as acetaldehyde along with the formation of ammonia. So this is an particular example for a reduction called as Stephan reduction. So after knowing this Stephan reduction, let us discuss one more important reaction by the name called as Dibol H, and how this Dibol H helps in converting nitrile to aldehyde. Let us continue. So by using Dibol H. Now a question comes, what is the meaning of this Dibol H? Dibol H means di-isobutyl aluminium hydride. Di-isobutyl aluminium hydride is called as Dibol H. So when we consider with this Dibol H can be represented as isobutyl means IBU, di means twice, so di-isobutyl. It is aluminium hydride. I can write it as what? Al for aluminium, H for hydride. This is the representation of Dibol H. So just now in the previous reaction, that is in Stephan reduction, we have studied that when a nitrile is subjected to reduction, it has formed an imine intermediate. Further imine intermediate upon hydrolysis has given us an aldehyde. In the same way, by using Dibol H helps in the direct conversion of nitrile to an aldehyde, so that directly I can subject to react it with di-isobutyl aluminium hydride followed by hydrolysis. Means simultaneous conversion of nitrile takes place to aldehyde when Dibol H is utilized as the reagent. In the same way, when I write a particular reaction, so again I will consider an example of ethane nitrile. So when this ethane nitrile is made to react with Dibol H, which upon subjecting to hydrolysis, it will again give rise to what? Acetaldehyde. So this Dibol H has one important feature. Only Dibol H has the capacity to convert nitrile to aldehyde. Even though if there is any unsaturation present in the given organic compound, this Dibol H does not show any influence on the unsaturation, but it directly converts nitrile to aldehyde. So such type of an example was asked in board papers. So let us discuss with one such particular type of an example. Suppose if I write the structure as come on. So when we try to name out this compound, totally there are 6 carbons present in it. So 6 carbons means longest chain is hex. So I can write it as hex 3-ene because third carbon has unsaturation and 1 cyanide, or else I can write it as hex 3-ene 1 nitrile, or hex 3-ene 1 nitrile or cyanide. So when this hex 3-ene 1 cyanide or 1 nitrile, hex 3-ene better nitrile, because everywhere we have utilized the term nitrile. When we write it as hex 3-ene 1 nitrile, when this particular compound is made to react with dibol H, when it is made to react with dibol H, which upon subjecting to hydrolysis, even though there is an unsaturation present in this organic compound, the unsaturation will not be affected when it is made to react with dibol H. So dibol H only converts this nitrile group to aldehyde group. So the product can be written as CH3CH2 CH double bond CH single bond CH2 CHO. So that name of the product will be what? Hex 3-ene 1-ul. So the product will be hex 3-ene 1-ul is the name of the product. So when I compare the reactant as well as the product, so in this reactant, unsaturation exists between the third carbon and the fourth carbon. In the same way, unsaturation is retained in the product as well between the third carbon and the fourth carbon. So such type of reaction can be noticed by the action of dibol H, which converts nitrile to aldehyde where the unsaturation is retained.